loading up the hearse, throw it in reverse. I come from the church of the Marvel Universe. Bodies getting stuffed in the bags like...
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Cryptcast. I'm Mike.
What up? I'm Brian.
And we are coming to you from inside the Comic Crypt in Eatontown, New Jersey. And we're going to talk about some books we already talked about.
We're going to talk about a lot of books.
We're going to talk about all the books that we talked about already.
So many books.
This whole year's worth of books. We are doing our yearly review of our reviews.
Of our book reviews, yeah.
The plan is we're going to each give you our top three and our bottom three, alternating. We're gonna end with the best, and right before that we're gonna the worst. Save the big ones for the end, and then we're gonna talk about like honorable mentions and whatever else like commentary we got to throw at what we got here. And I think we should stack up our best and our worst against our best and our worst from last year and see how they stack up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So
we're starting with bad or good.
We're starting with bad because we want to end on our best.
Okay. So and again, not the worst of the worst. It's the 3 spot.
Yeah, that's why I did it like that. So you're gonna go down.
Go down. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So my number 3 spot for shit I didn't like was Saga of Swamp Thing by Alan Moore, Volume 1.
Okay.
Yeah. It suffered from Alan Moore taking the book over and having to have that first issue be tidying up the previous series and fixing, it seemed like a lot of forced explanation and shit. It's like, I'm going to tell you who Alistair Kane is, and then it didn't seem to matter much after that, and it's like, I don't know why you did that. And then, like, the first story we get is okay, and then it's followed up by an Etrigan story, which is just like, this is dog shit. And I'm tired of, like, that one character, the girl who, like, is friends with him, constantly running into the swamp when she's in danger. She's like, I'm in danger, and I'm going to run into the swamp, into the big scary monster's
I think that was our largest criticism.
Yeah.
Back to the swamp. It's safe there with all the alligators and disease.
Yeah, so that was my number 3.
I will say about that, this specifically, they published that issue. I think it was 20.
Yeah.
Most stuff before that did not publish that with it because it was that transition issue and it felt bad. They never put it in when they did collector versions of Moore's Run. They put it in here so you had the complete Moore's Run.
That being said, I still think it would land there because I didn't like the Etrigan story and I just had other problems with characters and stuff like that.
Sure. Like the Etrigan stuff wasn't my favorite either. I liked that first story,
yeah.
And I specifically like that one issue. There's a one issue where it's Floronic Man based, right?
Yeah.
Where it's going his whole deal. I really like that. And I think I said it was like a Twilight Zone episode where you could have that as a standalone issue and it'd still be amazing.
It's all where he takes over that town.
No. The one where he gets hired to look over Swamp Thing's corpse. Remember they have him in the basement?
Yes.
And he's talking all this stuff, and then at the end, Swamp Thing is released. And he kills, like, the old man who ran the company.
Right.
Yeah, I think that was super high up. So that alone, I think, raises up that whole thing for me.
Okay.
To be like, it's not, like, the best thing, but it's, like, it's pretty solid. My number 3 is Reborn. It was just... I mean, we didn't do it too long ago. It was just so vanilla for me. There just wasn't anything impressive there. It was just like, okay. And then I had so many problems with, like... And now she's good at this. And now this thing gets slapped right in front. Like, there was just too much, like...
she was the chosen one.
Yes, but...
That's why she was good at everything instantly.
That and, like, too much just, like, here's the answer, here's your answer. It didn't feel like there was enough challenge in the book for me. That's kind of it. It was just, like, just do better. It had good bones. It just could have been a way better story.
Yeah. It was all right. I didn't think it was, like, bad. I didn't think it was bad enough to be on a bad list. It was just middling.
To be said, like, we've read 24 books this year. 24 titles. 4 of those are Marvel, 3 of those are DC, and 17 of those are independent.
Right.
And independent's always more risk. And I had a rough time coming up with my bottom 3. I had a very clear bottom. Second was, like, I found my bottom 2.
I found my bottom 2 quickly.
Very quickly. And then I had to, like, run through the list multiple times, like, which one of these just edges over into bad enough for me to put as that number 3. I think that says something.
So I have the bottom 3 and the top 3, but I also have 6 that are getting like honorable mention just because I enjoyed them so much, and 1 getting negative honorable mention because I hated it that much.
Okay.
Reborn is amongst the meh that has nothing.
Yeah, sure.
I had nothing to say about it.
I have 5 honorable mentions out of that too. So like that's it. We read decent books this year.
Absolutely.
Like, decent books. All right, so you want to go to your number...
My number 3 good book?
Yeah.
That would be Joe the Barbarian.
Okay.
That book lost nothing for me rereading it for the 3rd or 4th time.
Agreed. It's very good, and that is also my number 3.
Okay.
I mean, we had talked about the book so often for so many years.
Yeah.
And it holds up.
Yep.
I have some critiques with the pacing, but other than that, it's still a fantastic book.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I think, the more you go through it, the more you can find wrong with it. Like,
Sure.
if you're looking, like, which we were, like, this time around, it was kind of like we are looking at it under a harder eye.
Sure.
So...
I mean, it's a very emotionally satisfying book.
Yeah, absolutely.
You get it hits you hard in a couple spots, and you get...
It doesn't hit me as hard anymore because now I'm used to it.
Sure.
Like, I remember the first time I read it, yelling at the book. Like, he hits the ground floor, and he's like, do I keep going to the basement to flip the circuit breakers to turn the lights back on to save the fictional land, or do I go to the kitchen and have the soda? And I remember going, go drink the fucking soda, kid! What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
That kind of pressure is like not
Sure.
there when I read it anymore.
Yeah,
like, I know he's gonna live.
Yeah. But even then, like, at the end where he finds the letter from his dad, I still teared up reading that.
Yeah,
it still gets you.
Yes.
What's crazy about like reading all this stuff is, some of this is brand new, some of it we've read already, and most of it has a long enough gap between the last time I read it and now, where it's I know the gist of the book, but it's like reading it brand new, which is great. It doesn't feel like I have to read something again. It's just like, oh, I'm reading it again, but this is a nice refresher because I didn't remember any of this shit. Joe the Barbarian there. So we're moving on to our number 2 that sucks.
My number 2 that sucks was I Killed Giants. It's wildly unlikable. I hated the art. The main character was just a pissant. Like, it's
A pissant?
Yeah, just fucking annoying. Just whiny, bitchy little baby. I could not stand that fucking book at all. Yeah, I can't recall reading a book with a main character that I wanted bad things to happen to.
That's incredibly harsh.
Yeah. Like, by the end of that book, I wanted her mom to be cured of cancer and have her have the cancer.
No, like, points for like turning around after like she dealt with the trauma and her being like a good person at the end.
She was a deplorable piece of shit. I am done with that character when she punches the one friend that is nice to her unconditionally.
That wasn't like I'm punching you because I'm mad at you. That was the heat of the moment. She got like that was like a reactive punch.
Yeah, control your fucking self. Don't.
It's a react. She was literally fighting other people.
No, no, absolutely not. Absolutely not. That girl deserves no friends. And the only one that she had that was nice enough to even give her the benefit of the doubt, she clocked.
That's
absolutely not.
Incredibly harsh.
Yes, this girl was garbage. I hated that kid. I fucking can't stand her.
I had to think about where that was going to land on my list. Obviously, spoiler, it doesn't end up on my top.
No.
No, it's not at my top. But I had to think about how I was lining stuff up because we did read some pretty good stuff in there, and that was in the running. I had to like okay, not that. I think these were better.
There are some that like I fought with Joe the Barbarian because there's a lot of new stuff that I read.
Same.
I was like, that deserves honorable mention.
Well, it was. I mean, I Kill Giants was in that like little bracket of like, well, is Joe gonna win over I Kill, or is I Kill gonna win over Joe? Like, yeah, yeah. I had trouble.
I Hate This Place was a strong contender for knocking Joe out. Because I liked Volume 1 so much that I went and read Volume 2 already. That was very satisfying. Complete.
Yeah, that's fair. So where are we? We're on
your second dislike.
Plot holes.
Okay, yeah.
And I have a similar problem with plot holes that I did with Reborn, where it's just like there was interesting stuff there. It wasn't fleshed out enough for me.
Yeah.
It's like cool character design. I love Sean Murphy's art. it just didn't deliver how I felt it should have. It was just felt so flat.
That was one of those stories I wanted more out of. Mm-hmm. Like I could have taken way more. Like if that were a 10-issue arc instead of a 5, it would have been better. Mm-hmm. You know, more background on each character and just stretch it out a bit.
Yeah, background, whatever, they shoved a lot of background into the story itself. But if they just built those characters out a little more, that story was just like wham, bam, wham, bam, done.
Yeah. Yeah.
If it would just slow down a little bit, and I think it could have benefited immensely.
Agreed.
We're at our number 2 goods.
Our number 2 good. For me, The Many Deaths of Layla Starr.
Okay.
It was just very unique. I liked how each chapter had a different, like, vessel for telling a story. Like, you had an entire chapter told by a cigarette.
Yeah,
The life of a cigarette.
Yeah, I appreciate the novelty and how things were framed.
There's a lot of creativity.
I like that, yeah, 100%. And I think I said in the episode, because that was just released not too long ago, but, like, anytime you step away from, like, Western themes and go into, like, any kind of, like, other culture, Eastern, whatever, this specifically being, like, Hindu
and
based.
It didn't kill you with, like, all the war either. It just slightly touched barely.
Yeah, you didn't need to know anything about it. It's just, like, you got the idea that this is about, like, the cycle of death and rebirth and trying to be a better person. And I anytime that happens, I appreciate it. I seek that out. And it's so hard to find stories that, like, are able to do that get water distribution within the U.S.
Yeah.
Or under, like, any kind of, like, publisher here. Like,
it was a really good feeling story for me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I don't like it as much as you like it. I do appreciate a lot about it, though. My number 2, if I could find it, is Supergirl, A Woman of Tomorrow.
Yeah, that was great.
Really like that book. We had 2 Tom King stories on the list. So we had Vision.
And Supergirl, they're very different.
And they're very, very different.
Yeah.
I like Tom King has such a wide range on his ability to tell different types of stories with different vibes, different feelings, different. I mean, he likes using this third person narration in his stuff, and it makes books kind of wordy, but they flow. Like, it looks like a lot when it's on the page, but it's
he's the watcher.
Yes, Tom King's the watcher. But it makes the story flow, and it carries. It's like reading half a novel, where you have the word count, but it's a comic book. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But Woman of Tomorrow covered a lot of stuff, and watching Ruthie's journey and becoming like her realizing like, oh, I don't want to. I don't want to kill people. I don't want to murder. Yeah. Like, revenge is not going to help me. And then watching Kara go through all that trauma, going, "No, I'm going to fucking kill him now," and having them cross those paths was good. And there's just a lot of cool stuff in there. I really liked it.
Agreed. This is one of my honorable mention books.
So now we're on
third worst.
The worst.
The worst.
The absolute worst. Yeah.
Tank Girl Color Classics for me.
Hey, me too.
Yeah, I could. that it doesn't even feel good, like, to have something as iconic and been around in the industry, like basically a legend, and you finally get the chance to sit down and you're like, this is gonna be epic, and it was just straight dog shit.
Yeah, it was bad.
It was the most disappointing thing I have ever read.
Other than Hewlett's art, it was just like, man, what is happening?
Yeah.
Like, I still really like Jamie Hewlett's art, and that's why I was like, oh, Tank Girl, cool.
Yeah, it was like reading Beautiful Milk and Cheese. It's just bad. It's just bad. Fart jokes and just bad.
Yeah, it was
foreign fart jokes. You don't even get them. Like,
yeah, there was a lot of like cultural stuff in there where it's like, I'm not from the UK. I don't know what that means. I think this year I'm going to pick like a later Tank Girl mini.
Okay,
so maybe it'll be a cohesive story.
Yes,
maybe whatever the first like Tank Girl like actual story is versus them just short showing up in magazines and
that's
just being
fair.
Poopy haha.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair, because I'd like to think that I like Tank Girl, but as of right now, I do not.
Yeah, I would like to revisit it. At least try one more time, and just not touch the color classics. I will have to hunt down a Tank Girl something.
Yeah,
even if I have to go in like the complete minis, and we'll just share one and see what's in there. I just got to know, because it can't be that bad, because it's been around for so fucking long. Right. So long. I think it's been around as long as I've been alive. Right? I think it was 89 or 88 Was it when it first showed up?
Yeah.
So so disappointing. So we're at the best of the best, number ones.
The best of the best.
Mm-hmm.
Black Sad, A Silent
Me
Hell.
too.
That book, that character, like, it just doesn't get any better. The artwork is always so moody and expressive. The stories are, like, so tragically beautiful.
But the art is just so beautiful, and the stories are just so well structured, and it's just like you can't even say anything bad about them.
Like to say that, like, the whole, not just the artwork, but the whole composition. It is a work of art in ways that most books on the shelves will never aspire to.
Mm-hmm.
It is just it's in a league of its own.
Yeah. So we're gonna read one Black Sad book a year, and it'll be number one every year.
Time, because last year it was number one.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah. Everyone should read Black Sad all the time.
Any of it.
Yeah.
Any of it you can find.
And
just read it. And thank you, Jack DeMarco.
That was Jack DeMarco and James Greatorex. They both suggested that. Yeah, it's so good. And I was gonna say, I lost my train of thought there. What sucks is I've been trying to order the main Black Sad book that we read last year. I cannot.
Oh no!
Yeah, it's out of print right now. I'm just waiting for it to be orderable again. So
that's crazy.
Yeah,
I've been wrestling with the decision that, like, I just want to own them. Like, I will reread
just to have them.
Yeah, I will reread them.
Just to even just flip through them and look at the art.
Yes,
it's just like this is satisfying. I don't need to read any of this. This just looks good.
Yeah, like I'll remember it as I flip through it.
Yep. So we both picked Black Sad as our number ones last year and this year. And I think those are valid. I think I probably like last year's Black Sad a little better, just because there was more. There was 3 stories in that one.
Yep.
And just like the joy of discovery for the first time.
The joy of discovery for the first time hits you with some really hard issues, like some really multiple, none of the stories have truly, like, happy endings.
No, his name is Black Sad, not Black Happy.
Right. And the first time we got 3 stories?
It was 3 stories.
It was 3 stories. And this time it was just 1. So I think that, like, the gravity of all the badness in the first one is just like, wow, it's so heavy. Like, there's the racism and then the orphan girl and, like...
Yeah, it was Dead Girlfriend. Racist story with the little girl.
Yep.
And then the communist story with the nuclear stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm. So... It's a lot of relevancy in all those stories, a lot of real world pain in all those stories. Whereas, like, the setting of this one, A Silent Hell, taking place in New Orleans, like, everything in the art, the architecture, everything, and, like, you get the culture, the parades in the streets.
I did like that it also took place over the course of a day.
Yeah.
Like the entire story, which is a cool idea where you had to kind of like, oh, this is happening previously because we're skipping between times and stuff.
Right,
I like that. And the tragedy of the
musician who doesn't get to be a dad, who doesn't get to be a successful musician, dies a druggie. It's heartbreaking.
I cannot wait to be depressed by the next one.
Right. And I always, it's funny too because it contradicts myself. I always say, like, there's not a reason why I read comics. I don't read comics to.
Oh yeah, you say it all the time.
Upset myself. I read to take my mind off. I want superhero bullshit. Like,
yeah. And I say this is the stuff I live for. Give me the tragedy. I want the sadness. How do your worst stack up?
What do you mean?
Like from your worst from last year versus your worst from this year, which do you think is actually worse? So you had the Pro last year,
yes,
and Tank Girl this year.
I think at one point I definitely appreciated the Pro at one point. Back in 2008 when I bought the store, and I guess I was a little more immature or whatever.
We all were. It was forever ago.
I don't know. The Pro just didn't age well. Like, but I remember recommending it to people back in the day. Like, it's so funny. It's bad.
So do you think it's?
But I think Tank Girl has no value to it. I think Tank Girl. I don't know. I want to say Tank Girl is worse. But when it comes down to it, I think maybe the Pro is worse. Just because I don't find that shit funny anymore, you know?
So, obviously, this is... for me, I think I prefer Tank Girl over the Pro, because if you're not sitting down and reading it for a review, you can read like 2 of those stories at a time and be like, oh, a little snippet. Because that's how they came out, right? They came in a magazine form, so you're getting one of those stories a month.
Right.
So I think in little drips and drabs, Tank Girl might be funny. Like you said, Pro just did not age.
It's way less serious. It's way less serious. You can have the tongue-in-cheek of Tank Girl.
And there was nothing in there that aged They had some, like...
It had some word stuff.
It had word usage and just, like, stuff where it's like, okay, that didn't age great.
But, I mean, like, there was straight up, like, racist shit in the Pro that was, like, every time they mentioned the Green Lantern guy, like, there was something racist, and I was just like, ugh.
But Pro across the board was just like, this didn't... Oh, man.
Yeah.
Where, like, there's still redeemable, like, stuff you could find in Tank Girl. Go, okay, that was funny, I guess.
Yeah, so I'm going to say Tank Girl's better than Pro.
Okay.
At the very least.
And then for me, my worst from last year was Secret Wars, 1984, the original. I'm going to go Tank Girl's worse. I'm going to flip on this because at least Secret Wars is a semi-coherent story.
Yeah, and I also think I have a valid point when I say that, like, old comics have a ridiculous flair to them that you just don't appreciate.
Sure, and I get that.
People being ridiculous for the sake of being ridiculous. Like Dr. Doom flipping on a dime because Captain America offers to help him up.
Yeah, there's a lot of just crazy bullshit in there.
I'm a villain. You don't need an excuse.
Right.
You know?
But, like, the bullshit that is Tank Girl stacked up against a story which I hated.
Right.
At least that still had, like, again, a coherent narrative that, like, okay, we're going to a place and we have an ending and, like, it all makes sense. With Tank Girl, it's just like, like, you know.
Right.
Where, even though it felt like Jim Shooter was writing that shit issue to issue, there was no plan.
But that's what I was trying to say about comics of that time period. A lot of the villains just show up and go, I hate you!
Why?
Because
I'm evil!
Yeah, right. Hate is great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Honorable mentions.
Honorable mentions. Like I said, what do I got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 honorable mentions. I love Bitterroot. You know, again, very culturally diverse cast. The demon fighters and hunters.
Well,
and it's not diverse, but
it's all black people.
It's all black people, but like it is still culturally diverse because like some of them are from Harlem and some of them are from New Orleans. The family was spread out.
I'm just nitpicking. I agree in the fact that you have an Afrocentric book, in a medium that doesn't necessarily pay a lot of attention to black people.
Right, and it was a lot of fun. All the characters, each individual character, was fun and interesting. I hate this place, like I said. I liked that so much I went and read Volume 2. That was a lot of fun. Skyward.
Okay.
I thought Skyward was very different. Just the loss of gravity and how they were like trying to deal with that. That was another one that, like, if they did another volume, because she was leaving the city. She was going to leave the city.
There's more volumes.
Was there more volumes?
Yeah, there's more volumes.
Oh, yeah, I definitely want to check out more of that.
Okay.
Because when she's like, I'm leaving the city, and I'm like, what are you tethering yourself to in the middle of nowhere? Like, that's some shit I want to, like, you know?
Yeah.
Like, they're like telephone poles with like loopholes and grommets and stuff to like connect to, and like
I think they'd have to take trains. I think they take trains. I don't specifically remember.
But do they just like hook a link up to the train and like does it pull it behind? Or you like,
you go inside.
And I float.
But I think that's one of the
everyone's
things.
Just like floating up against the roof of the train. Like drink service is going to be terrible.
Sure.
Rat Queens, which was super fun adventure stuff. You know, just doing D&D stuff.
That is also in my honorable mentions.
Yeah, fun dialogue.
I have that. I have 5 honorable mentions, right?
Yeah.
So one less than you, and I have it set between like serious stories and funny stories because I have 2, and Rat Queens is in that little funny bracket because it was just a lot of fun. Being a D&D guy, being a fantasy guy, it just hit all the right notes.
Yeah.
And that dude hit his wife and ruined everything.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
Because it did kind of cause the downfall of that series.
And we saw, I bring it up, like when I started reading comics as a kid, I was not very into knowing
Sure.
who wrote or drew the book. I didn't care as much. I bought X-Men to find out what Cyclops is doing. I could give a shit that Jim Lee was drawing it. I just cared if it was pretty.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like, it looks nice. Like,
I mean, for me, for someone who got back into comics, like, for real, I was brought back in through indies, right? I was brought back in there, and that's much more focused on you need to follow the creator,
right?
So you can kind of gauge where do you like Remender? You can try out the Remender book. Do you like Kirkman? You try, are they gonna hit every time? No, but it's an indicator of quality.
That was one of the things when I was like in a shop as a kid, is I remember like the guy, Bob behind the counter, like, hey, you like this writer? And I'm like, I like X-Men. You're like, what do you think of this artist? And I'm like, I like X-Men.
I like Turtles.
Yeah, I like Turtles. Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. And Sex Criminals.
Okay, Sex Criminals is in that same bracket with Rat Queens. Sex Criminals made me crack up so much. Like, Sex Criminals is funnier than Rat Queens. Yeah. Rat Queens got a lot of points for just hitting all the fantasy stuff that I like. But Sex Criminals is just objectively funny.
It's really funny. I felt bad that the couple didn't make it because I liked them. Like, if I felt bad that he turned out to be so shitty because I wanted them.
I mean, it's something they go through, but it's not like they come to terms with, like, we're not right for each other. And they, they both end up with someone else at the end of the book, and they're both cool with each other. It's not like everything just falls apart and it's shit.
That's cool, but I liked them. I liked the Bonnie and Clyde aspect of like them, them against the world.
That's a relationship of like, like it's lots of fun, but it's not right, you know. Yeah. But yeah, Sex Criminals, fantastic. If it's so funny, but it's so good too. Like it's well written, and I mean, it was never going to make the top 3, but God, it's definitely 4.
Right. I have a rival spot. I have a one honorable. I have a dishonorable mention.
Okay.
That almost knocks Swamp Thing out of its spot, and that's the Fantastic Four Volume 3, issues 12 through 17.
Really?
So here's no secret. I hate the Fantastic Four.
But you didn't get like anything from that at all?
The best issue was the kid issue doing the science experiment.
I mean, that was a fun issue.
It was a fun issue, and that one issue might have been what saved it from being in Swamp Thing's spot.
That's crazy, because I enjoyed reading that book.
I despise the Fantastic Four.
I mean, obviously the Dino one's stupid. You're not into that.
That was just, and that was like the first one, I think. Yeah. So that was just a souring note.
What about
you put stupid ass dinosaur shit in
the tragic alien one?
Where they port the city, the building out of the...
No, they're waiting for it. You're talking about the intelligence. Remember the guy makes a social media app that gains sentience. Right. Because it was used as like predictive whatever, and it beams out trying to find other things.
Right. Isn't that the one where the Baxter building was missing and they were on site?
They were waiting for it to come back.
Right, they were waiting for it to come back.
And it didn't because of what the app was doing.
Okay.
Like it stopped it from coming back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it was just like wildly irresponsible of them to send their kids.
But that's a side point. I'm talking about the story with the thing.
It's them being terrible parents.
They saved their children and all the people in that building. It was the hero thing to do.
Reed consistently lacks empathy for his own family, and then has empathy for a fucking AI app.
Because it was a mind.
Yeah, I fucking hate Reed Richards.
Okay, fine. All right. Whatever. I have Something's Killing Children.
It's
my honorable mentions. I don't have any negative mentions.
Okay.
I just have, like, these are also very good. Something's Killing Children. It's not doing anything new. It's just doing it really well.
That was the thing. That's why it didn't get honorable mention for me. It was just one of the ones that was like, it was okay. Because, like, I watched Buffy. I watched all the seasons of Buffy.
I think it's more than okay. I think it's like I said, it's doing Buffy, it's doing Supernatural, but it's doing it at a high level of, like, this is very good. I think you get credit for doing something very well.
It did it well, man, but, like, it's still just a Buffy rip, and man, I am so tired of big bug monsters. Like, superheroes beat that trope to the ground.
It wasn't a bug monster. It was a weird thing.
It was a spider thing.
It had spider
legs and many eyes. And listen,
that was a nose.
If it walks like a duck and acts like a duck,
it's a spider.
It's a spider.
I have Vision. We talked about that already. I just think it's just the the idea of like, I'm gonna be a person. It's a very Pinocchio thing, right? Like, I'm gonna be a real boy, and him fucking it up the whole way.
It's a good story, but like, again, I hate the Vision.
You're not meant to like the Vision in that story.
But that's what I'm saying.
You
it cements my hate for the Vision.
That's fine. I'm just you get to watch that family fall apart and just,
which I did not want,
and just feel the tragedy of each of them losing everything.
Love the mom, love the kids. Makes me just look at the Vision now and go, I fucking hope you die. Like, you don't even deserve to be a character. You're a fucking hero? Absolutely not. You're not a hero. Why don't you take your wife, your real wife, and go fuck off? Not your robot wife, your Scarlet Witch mutant murdering wife, and go fuck off. Yeah, let me tell you, if the Vision and Scarlet Witch disappeared from the face of comics and were never to be seen again, I would shed 0 fucking tears. And they can take Reed with them. Sue can find a better dad. Namor would be a better dad. Namor would never let anyone touch those kids.
He's a dickhead, though.
But he'd be a good dad. He'd be nice and stern. There'd be no crazy space adventures for those kids. They'd be in their beds and taken care of. Have a nice diet of fish.
Oh, man. And then my last honorable is I Kill Giants. I just think it's a good emotional journey.
Poorly drawn about a crappy
Not poorly drawn, you just don't appreciate the art.
Oh, lack of art.
Dynamic anime type art.
Garbage.
It's good. It's good. Expressive.
Awful. Awful. Did you ever see... This from when I was a kid.
Oh no, you're too old. I don't know.
I know. You might not. Simon and the... what the fuck was it now? It was like another Channel 13 show. It was like this kid Simon who drew with chalk, and everything he drew in chalk came to life.
Oh no. There was one of those things when I was growing up though, called Chalk Zone.
No, it wasn't Chalk Zone.
I know it's not Chalk Zone.
We've had this conversation before.
It definitely is.
I remember you bringing up Chalk Zone.
Yeah.
He had those big glasses.
Okay.
Oh, he was like a cute little boy and not an obnoxious brat girl. And like the artwork kind of reminds me of that, but bad.
Okay.
Because I enjoyed the cartoon. The artwork's very clean.
Okay. Yeah, I Kill Giants is just, it's pure emotion, and that's why it got me. It just hit it's like emotional porn. Just exercise those emotional bits that you don't necessarily get touched all the time.
Yeah, it was emotional, but most of it was hate.
You read it wrong.
I don't know how to read the words any other way. If they had focused on the dying mom more, maybe they would have got like some more empathy out of me.
But that's the point, is an avoidance.
Bitchy little brat
who couldn't deal with her mom dying.
Gross. Grow up.
She did. That was the whole point of the story. She grew up.
And killed the giant. That wasn't there. Well, or maybe it was.
It wasn't.
It wasn't.
Well, I mean, yeah, there's some stuff that led you one way or the other, but it was meant to be an emotional thing. That's it. Do you have anything else to say about any of the shit we read for the past year?
Just that, with the exception of like really only like 4 books, I really enjoyed everything. Mm-hmm. All right, but I just want to run down the list entirely. Bitterroot was something special. Like it was an honorable mention for me. Something Killing the Children was okay. Saga of Swamp Thing, The Road, like as dark as The Road was, I enjoyed it. Mm-hmm. You know, like I know I was being kind of like.
Yeah, but like you have a legitimate take on it. Like he's carrying the fire. It's a positive ending.
Right. So I was ready for something very horrific.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it was.
It was, but I don't think the artwork like really leaned into how horrific it could have been. Like,
I mean, a baby roasting over an open fire is.
But they kept it abstract and chalky. You know, like it wasn't like.
No, it was baby.
I know, but it wasn't like I feel like it wasn't like Walking Dead graphic.
It wasn't like guts hanging out everywhere.
That's what I'm saying. Right,
it was already gutted and clean. They had to eat it. You don't want to poop in there. Come on.
Right. I hate this place. I get a big win for me. Black Sad, always great. Fantastic Four, we talked about it. Mortal Hulk was another one, you know, like rarely do I like Hulk stuff, so you know.
Yeah, it did. It basically set the tone for modern Hulk for the past whatever years.
Yeah,
we've gone back to the horror well. Yeah.
Tank Girl, boo. Skyward Fun, Vision was a good read. Absolute Batman #1, like that. Yeah, I'm not thrilled on Absolute Batman.
Sure.
Like it is what it is.
We'll probably revisit at least one of the absolutes this year to just do a different one. Yeah.
Sure. Joe will be a classic forever. Grimm Volume 1 was fun. It was fine. Like it wasn't like super great or terrible. Friday I didn't care for, but it wasn't.
It wasn't I Kill Giants.
Well, yeah, it wasn't I Kill Giants. Like, it threw curveballs at you. Like, like just having the Fae aspect and shit. And like,
yeah, it was
like there was like more going on. What started off as like simple detective stuff turned into like something much bigger.
Yeah, I got that little extra sauce on it.
Yeah, so like, and I definitely didn't see that coming. Plot holes I enjoyed. Like I said, it could have been more. I Kill Giants bad. Rat Queen's good. Secret Wars.
2015 Secret Wars. Jonathan Hickman. Just to differentiate the Secret Wars from the previous year.
And I think that stands true to everything we say about those Marvel events. Like, without the context of everything that's going on,
we're seeing that it's getting reinforced with every time we read an event.
Right. Okay. Reborn. Again, like, I agree with you. I think it was good. I don't think it was terrible, but, like, could have been fleshed out a little better. Supergirl was fantastic. It was great to see her be her own character, not under the shadow of any other superheroes or expectations, and to see it in a different environment where it's like you can do what you want. Go be you, girl.
Superman's a bitch.
Yeah. Sex Criminals, fun, good. Talking to My Father's Ghost, because we didn't get to talk about it at all. That was like a very interesting slice of life.
Well,
story.
It's such a departure from the standard, like we're reading a comic.
Right. It was delivered in comic strip format. It was a whole graphic novel of individual strips. Nothing was longer than like a page or two. I think 2 pages was the longest. Yeah. But there was a lot of heart in it. A lot of the good camaraderie with the older brother and taking the road trip with the brother. There was a lot of good stuff in there.
The strength in that book was the relatability.
Yeah.
It wasn't trying to be funny. It was just very relatable. There was funny things in there. There was like, oh, I know a person like that. It was just like, oh, this is life.
Yeah, super honest, upfront. Like you can't not relate to the book.
Yeah,
good stuff. And then the mini Desolate Star, which is one of my favorites. So yeah, I think it was a good year. I think it was a real solid year.
Give us some shit to read. That's good. I mean, shit like garbage.
No. I want lists like this. I want to be like, listen, out of 24, there was like 4 that didn't resonate. Like,
Yeah, no, it's if you're having a hard time finding the bad list, you did pretty good.
Yeah, don't get all fucking butthurt about the shit we say, too, if we don't like what you like. This is our own personal opinions. I know there's a million people out there that love Swamp Thing Alan Moore.
You're getting very defensive about people who didn't say shit about anything.
I'm just saying.
Who has come in the store after a review and go, no, you're wrong, asshole. This is the best.
Listen.
No one has done that once.
Listen, the 20 people that listen to us that know us aren't going to do that. But if one person that doesn't know us actually listens to this shit and goes, hey, I Kill Giants is my favorite thing in the world.
But look, it's art. It's all subjective, right? Like you like what you like, I like what I like.
That's what I'm saying.
Other than Black Sad, which is objectively the best thing ever written.
Apparently.
Everything can shift around.
But we're all entitled to our opinions. There are people out there that love Rob Liefeld.
Unfortunately. I think that's going to be it. Anything else to say on this stuff?
I mean, honestly, we usually end with go read this book, or go read your books, but go read any of these books.
Yeah,
any of these books.
Except Tank Girl.
Except Tank Girl. Tank Girl is a 100% cohesive no-go.
It's a certified no. It's not worth your time.
But I will say, we both had Black Sad, and we both had Joe Barbarian on our top 3. And both of those titles are things that we never stop talking about.
Yep.
So if you haven't read either of those,
absolutely.
And The Many Desolate Star was my wild card in the top 3. And what was yours? I Kill Giants. No. Yes.
What? My top 3?
Yeah, your
My number 2 is Supergirl.
Supergirl.
And go read that just to be relevant. There's a movie coming out.
Yeah.
Be on top of it. Come on.
Yeah.
It's an excellent story, and you can bitch about how the book is going to be better.
And she is all badassery and swagger in that story.
Yeah. Yeah, all right, cool. Thanks for listening to us ramble about shit we already talked about, covering a lot of the same stuff over again. We have a list of things. We pick things week to week. Add to it. Give us more. Give us something interesting to read. Give us something that you think that might get a little reaction out of one of us. Come on. You have to have an idea of what our tastes are at this point. We've been doing this shit for 2 years.
It throws a curveball.
Yeah. You could send those suggestions to thecomiccryptcast@gmail.com. And you can follow us on Instagram and Facebook. Links for those are going to be in the show notes. Go read any of these books like Brian said. Just go read them.
Peace.
We loading up the hearse, throw it in reverse. I come from the church of the Marvel Universe. Bodies getting stuffed in the bags like comics. The hardcore get it while the soft bitches vomit. I came to this earth on a radiated comet. Now the planet is in perilous danger because I'm on it. Fly super villain with the superpowers in me. Got the red issues and all my shit is minty. Body like Ben Grimm, suckers I be beating down. Look around and we be found chilling out in Eatontown. I be at the comic crypt stacking up the kryptonite. Doomsday and Superman every time I grip the mic. Dark Phoenix overloading, supernova sunspot exploding. I'm the Punisher reloading Bobby Drake when he's frozen. Storm forming ominous clouds over the ocean. Working with Professor X to master my emotion. Have you posing in the box whether you know it or not. I'll easily bag your bitch like Logan did to Scott. Mr. Sinister plots when I administer shots to clone Gene from a jeans. Then this shit'll get hot like Inferno. Burn slow, humans are ash. God loves man kills in the days of future past. Now I'm working on a science lesson. Me and Brian Stratton, a rat in a cage who can't stop buying X-Men.
Like a flower, like